Now streaming live, custom streaming service. We got it. It's popping. Let's do this.
Where are you boys hiding tonight?
I think Lou is coming from underneath your left breast.
I don't know if he moved or not. Did you move?
No, still underneath your breast, JoJo.
Okay.
Don't you see the same?
Well, I don't know. You may have tatted someone else's breast. I don't know.
No, only yours, JoJo.
So, guys, we are here tonight. We are doing the first ever episode of Question Everything on DLive. You guys, we're going to let the chat build up a little bit. I know we only got 5 people in here right now. We're going to let it build up before we really get into things. But, yeah, we are here. We have special guests tonight, Megan's Blog and JoJo Walker. Of course, JoJo Walker's pretty much with us on every episode. She's like our researcher, our lead researcher. And she's also the one that calls us out on our bullshit.
She's the fucking glue that holds the channel together.
She's the one that calls us out on bullshit when we start talking conspiracy.
I'll tell you what, when I do a freaking show, and if JoJo's not there, there's no sound, there's no freaking, the camera doesn't work, nothing
That's
works.
on your channel, brother, not mine.
I'm just here as a secretary. I've got my black book, and
She's taking notes.
I'm taking notes, the minutes of the meeting here. That's what I'm doing.
She's the historical marker, so to speak. She writes down all the firsts. She keeps record of the history of the show.
I do keep the history.
All right, I'm tweeting this out.
I guess I should do that too.
Yeah, I probably should too.
Let's share this out, guys.
Tweet it out, share it out, do whatever you can to help us out, as Nero Trigger would say.
There you go.
There you go. Twitter.
Put it on your
20, 28. It's going up.
Lip hop people. Did you hear that? JoJo's the head cheerleader. I don't know about you. I don't do too much cheering.
No, she's also the security staff. You know, if we have to make like go out the front doors in front of all the press and that, she's the one that stands, goes, "Get back," and just, the sea of people part when the honey badger comes through.
How do I tweet this out? Oh, that's how. Sorry.
Lou Rock just donated. Oh, that's a 3-piece tendy right there. Thank you, Lou Rock. Now, Lou, were you going to simulcast this over onto YouTube too? You wanna try that at another time?
No, I didn't think I wanted to do it on YouTube, just because it's the question everything. I was thinking about popping on my DLive for a second and then telling everybody to come on over.
Yeah, go for it, man, if you want to.
All right, I'll do that real quick. We'll see if we can get some more people up in here. You know what? Actually, I got in trouble on my just a YouTuber bro channel on YouTube. You know what? Let's do it there. Why not? I got a question. If I get strike
on with the 3-piece tendy.
All right, say you have 2 accounts, right? And you get if you get striked on one of them, does it affect the second account?
Hold on, what kind of strike? Wait, hold on, what kind of strike? The strikes don't affect, but if your one channel gets banned, like you get taken down, I think it's a max of 3 times. They will take down all of your stuff associated with that IP.
And you're not allowed to be monetized anymore.
Yeah.
I have 2 channels, and I've been striked on my gaming channel for copyright strikes because of games, and it's never affected my Megan's Blog channel.
Yeah, but I'm saying a max of 3 times, like a max of 3 strikes.
Well, screw it. You know what? I'm a gambling man.
What did you do?
What did you get a strike for before you do that?
It's probably music. It's probably the music.
It was a warning. They had sent.
That's not a strike.
It wasn't a strike, but it was a warning. But I've never had that because I've always been a peaceful.
What did they give you a warning for?
For the music.
I think it might have been music. They gave me a company name. It wasn't like they didn't tell me exactly what it was
Canadian
for.
Witches.
So was it a copyright claim on a song?
It was a copyright claim on something.
You're fine.
Yeah,
you're fine.
Probably
It was a warning. If it was a warning, you're fine. It's not an actual strike.
All right, so I'm gonna go on just a YouTuber right now and see if we could drum some people over here.
I thought maybe you were saying you got busted for simultaneously streaming the other night or something.
Oh, so what would I have to do, because you're the host of this, so I can't go live on this.
You need the stream key. You need the stream key.
No, you know what? I'll just do it. It'll be easier for me to just do it on D Live. Let me just do it on D Live. So
he's gonna open his OBS and put it in.
Yeah, I could just open.
Yeah, that works.
Shove it in.
The thing is, I've actually streamed music on YouTube on my main channel. All I've done is before it's completely uploaded is I've just deleted it, and I've never had a problem.
All right.
Yeah, because after 48 hours is when they actually load and have time to set.
So I'm streaming.
Delete it right away.
Here's the deal.
I've gotten them right away. I've actually walked in a bar where I was doing the darts, live streaming, and had an email come up. Notice on my phone from YouTube with a copyright claimant for what was playing on the jukebox.
That can happen. It can happen.
Oh, I watched Brian stream the one time when he used to do his karaoke in the basement here. And it literally shut his stream down and gave him a 2-minute warning telling him that if he did it again, they would give him a copyright strike.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say what's up to everybody who's joining the D Live stream that I just started. Now, I got a question, Ghost.
What's that?
When you get to be like the affiliate level, I would be able to host this, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So right now I'm not at that level. I'm not able to host at this moment, but this is a show that we share together. We've been doing this show for a while, and this is the first episode that we're doing on D Live.
D Live, yes.
And we are all over at Ghost Mafia's channel. I'm not going to be live very long here on D Live. I just wanted to let all you guys know. Come join us over on Ghost Mafia's channel. Tonight we got some really awesome subject matter, and we got special guest Megan, and we got super awesome JoJo that I don't know what to call her because she'll beat me up if I call her the wrong
honey badger.
He always calls me. What was it that you called me the other day?
Thanks for the ice cream, or for the ice cream.
He called me
beautiful,
beautiful something the other day, luscious or some shit.
The beautiful,
which is a little hot.
I think it was something like the beautiful, luscious JoJo, something like that, something of that accord. But guys, come on, I'm gonna drop the link right now in my
Animated Adventures. Thank you.
In my chat here, or let me see if I can even find my channel. Lou Rizzle.
Megan with ice cream.
Boom. There we go. Search.
Haunted Jim.
There I am.
I like that. That's cute.
Is it weird that alien kind of looks like Lou?
Thank you, Alyssa. Thank you, Alyssa, for the diamond. But guys, that really just can somebody? Oh, did you put up the link in the chat already? All right, Diary just threw up Ghost's link. I think JoJo did it. Eagle Eye Spirit Chat did it. Guys, meet us over on Ghost Mafia's channel right now. I'm ending this stream, and we're going to go and try to wrangle some more people. Share this as much as you can. Send it to your grandmother. Do everything that you can. Take a magic marker, write this on your ass, go down to the corner, start mooning traffic as it drives by. We need to get lots of people in here, and that's a good way. That's a good way to get people in here. But all right,
if you videotape it, we'll play it on Lou Rock's channel.
I did that when I was younger. I was completely drunk, and I stood out on the side of the street with my sister. And we were drunk, and we wrote Ready, Willing, and Able across our butts as cabs were driving by. It was funny.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Good Lord.
I never said
man.
Good job.
All right. Thank you guys for joining my live stream. Meet me over at Ghosts right now. I'm ending this live stream, so you have to come over and meet us on Ghosts. All right, guys. Peace. Or hello. Whether I don't know.
Goodbye, everybody. Oh, hello. We're still here. Yes. Oh, okay.
All right, boom. That's done. Hopefully that drummed up some more people. What else can we do to get some people?
We're up to 38 now. So I mean,
nah, man, I ain't kidding.
We're already on the trending page.
Nah, screw that. I'm not stopping at 38. We need more people in here. What can we do? What kind of debauchery can we?
Okay, Lou, get a marker. I want you to lift up your shirt, and I want you to write on your boobs. Question everything, even these chicken hips.
Hold on, let me. I'll do this.
Watch that end up being the thumbnail for trending.
Hey, Alyssa.
That's what I want to see. I want to see this live stream on the top of the D Live homepage. I know we can do this.
Well, we're at 44 now.
All right, we can do this. Share. Let's do this.
Number one on our trending page has 3,900 people in their chat. We can do it, guys.
We can beat them We can beat them bitches. We got this.
Hold on. I don't do this often, so Ghost, feel privileged because you're going on my main page for Facebook.
All right, let me see. All right, they got 3.9. Oh, Marfugel News. They were the ones that were in my live stream earlier. Sweet. I've never seen them before. Oh, that's
The next one up is 119. We can do that easy.
Oh yeah, we could do that. That's not hard. Let's see.
Okay, I'm gonna go write this on my ass quickly. I'll be right back. I'm just gonna watch in China. But
write it on your ass and then press your ass cheek against your window so people can see it.
The problem is I don't know if they can read English, Jojo. So
You live in China. Do you not know how to write Chinese?
Okay, here we go.
No, I don't know how to write Chinese.
Well, God damn it.
The only Chinese I know is the one on my arm. That's the only symbol I know.
Okay, here we go. I'm going to put it out. Okay, we are live on YouTube right now from my phone, letting everybody know that we are doing #question everything tonight, live, right now. You see it. There it is. It's up there. You see JoJo and Em up there. There's everybody. Lou Rock is here. Megan's blog is here. JoJo is here. And we're about to get the show started. We're just trying to drum up some more people in there. So, guys, come on over, and we will see you over here on D Live.
Do you want me to do
Carol
it
out
online?
over comes soon. Hey, what's going on, Carol? Share this out. She says, "Let's do this." So, yes, we are live on D Live right now. I just going live real quick to let everybody know. Come on over to D Live. Check out the show. We have moved it from YouTube over to D Live for the simple fact that there's things that we can't talk about on YouTube. It can get our channel taken down. So we've moved the show over to D Live. That's where we are right now. Come on over. And if any of the mods can put my D Live link into the chat. Let's see. When did question everything become question everything? Hashtag everything. Oh. I don't know. It just sounds. It makes it easier to find when you're searching for it, due to the hashtag.
49 people. Come on, guys, share it out.
49 people in there right now, guys. That's the place to be. I'll see you over there. I'll see you guys in just a few minutes. I forget how to end the live stream on YouTube. Hey, I haven't gone live from my phone in I don't know how long. Okay, I got to figure this out here.
Top right.
Oh, okay, there it is. Yes, end stream.
Herman is working against us. Beth. Yeah.
Okay, so I just did a live feed over there on YouTube telling people to come on over here. And we are up to 50 people in the chat right now. I think that's a good number to get started on. So we could talk a little bit about the topic that we have for tonight, Lou. What do you think? You're muted, brother.
Sorry, I was just sharing this. I was just sharing this on Instagram. And I still think we can get some more people in here. So you know what?
Well, I just did a video for YouTube for you.
All right, so I've never shared nothing on Instagram, but that's got to stir something up. Guys, share this out. Share. I want this to be the most epic. I forgot the name of the show.
Question everything.
Question everything that there's ever been. And this is our breakout show on D Live. So this has got to be epic. We got to fill the room here, guys. Let's do this. We can do it. And yes, I'm talking like a car salesman, and I love it. Let's do this.
Alyssa Parrish, rock fan with the diamond, because you deserve it, Ghost. Thank you, Alyssa.
Alyssa, you're awesome.
You are awesome. So, guys, our topic for tonight, and there's actually a lot of different cases that we're going to kind of go into on this topic. It's about the music industry. And there's a lot of conspiracies in the music industry. Everything from the Illuminati and Beyonce and Jay-Z and cloning. What was the other one? Holograms. Freaking holograms.
People actually don't know that I didn't want this to get out of the bag, but I actually am Eminem, and I've turned. I've made this new identity, Lou Rock, to just get down there with the little people, So that's another conspiracy.
Now, one of the shorter conspiracies I've seen. Now, me and Lou.
Hey, short. It doesn't matter if it's short, okay?
Me and Lou and JoJo, we're in a call earlier today, doing our homework, looking at some of these conspiracies and things deciding on what we was going to bring to the table for everybody tonight. And
I'm blind, just so you know. I'm completely blind. I don't know what's happening.
We found that according to one conspiracy, Avril Lavigne. You guys know Avril Lavigne?
Of course.
Right?
It's so complicated.
Okay, it's complicated, yes. So Avril Lavigne actually died in like 2000, what was it, 2003, right?
I think so, something like that.
Yeah, 2003, and was replaced with a lookalike. Davros with a diamond. Oh, I think I'm gonna OE spooge.
Why does it say that? Why does it say my emojis are disabled on your channel?
What did you do?
Oh wait, no. Sorry, I was on somebody else's channel. That's really nice of me to do. I'm just out there watching. I'm trying to get as many people in here as I can so I could go watch something else.
I've Instagrammed it, by the way. I Instagrammed it to my.
I just put mine out on Instagram too.
Oh my god! I just gave some random person a 3-piece.
Can I please just say hello
Are you kidding me?
Rock Truck Rob in the chat? How you doing? Good to see you. I love him. So just. Sorry, I have to. I love that man very much. He's awesome.
Rob?
Rock Truck Rob is awesome. Thanks for coming, brother.
And I wrote 3-piece for your nipples on some random channel.
Oh boy!
I am so sorry. I'm so sorry to that channel.
You rock with a 3-piece
for someone's nipples.
It was for their nipples, and I didn't. Oh my god, that person's gonna hate me now.
Oh wow!
Was it a male or female?
It was a male.
Oh boy! There's a lot of people requesting. There's a lot of people requesting Lou to rap.
Go ahead, rapper boy.
Lou rap. My name is Lou. My name is Lou Rock. I got a big clock. My man Davros wrapped it up in a sock.
I think they wanted to hear some of your Eminem raps. I think they wanted to hear you do Rap God.
My Eminem raps.
Yeah, since you're Eminem.
Eminem. Lou Rock. I can't do it.
Just say I'm the real Slim Shady.
I gotta rap my own raps. I ain't rapping somebody else's rap.
Listen, you said you were Eminem.
Yo, I'll rap till I take a crap and slap your lady in the face. They call me Lou Rock and I'm in this place. Got JoJo, I'm under her tit. Every single day when she calls me, I'm taking a shit on the toilet. It just happened. Oh. Now I'm sitting here rapping.
Okay, so this show just took a weird turn.
Hey, you wanted a freestyle.
There's a conspiracy right there. That is a conspiracy on its own.
It does seem like every time JoJo calls me, I am on the crapper.
Listen, he's either on the fucking crapper or he's in the shower.
Yes, this is
I
true.
don't know why he answers the phone, but he always does. But when he's doing normal things, he does not answer my phone calls.
So, what do you think about this Avril Lavigne being replaced by a lookalike, Megan?
I don't think so.
You don't think
Personally,
so?
No, not at all.
Okay,
Because I was a big fan of her for a long time.
Let's listen to what they have to say. Here, I got an audio clip here.
Hold on, nobody asks me. I want to say something about this. I want to say something.
Okay, what are you gonna say?
I forgot. Now, what I want to say is, if you look at the pictures,
and I will pull up the picture.
So let's pull up the pictures so I can see.
If you pull up the pictures, she does not look like the same person.
She changed her hair. I know that, but
I know
he did get
Listen,
older.
I know you can get plastic surgery, you can change your hair, and you can change your appearance, but there are some things that don't fit. The distance between your eyes doesn't change. A lot
it
of
does
things,
if you get a nose job.
it actually doesn't. It actually, man.
It does, because if you're narrowing the nose, it's going to make this space between your actual nose and your eyes different.
Yeah.
Still, I don't think it's the same person. That's just my opinion.
I think that it is, but I think that she's had some work done.
Here's the picture, okay? Oh, let me.
Are we gonna be able to see it, or do I have to look on there? Okay.
Here we go. There's the picture. Okay. This is before she died. This is supposedly after she died.
It's the same girl. She just aged.
I've got other photos to prove that we're right. That me and Megan are right about this.
All right.
Aged.
Hold on. Let me. No. For one, eye color. Eye color is definitely different in this picture.
Your eye color constantly change, and that's a scientific fact.
Okay. Hold on. No. Go back to the last one for a second. Back to the last one.
And contacts
just for a second. Even skin complexion. Again, completely different.
Take in more water. Okay. Take in more water. Change your diet.
All right.
That all makes a difference.
Hang on. And listen, I'm the makeup junkie here. Foundation, guys. In the first picture, she's not really wearing any foundation whatsoever.
All right.
The second,
foundation.
She's caked in makeup.
Foundation all you want. Can you foundation thicker lips? And most people, but hold on. Most people who get Botox, their lips get bigger from the Botox.
Okay, but aging also does that.
Her lips are bigger. And the other picture.
Hold on. As you age, your lips get. Listen, as you age, you lose collagen. Okay, which makes your lips go thinner. All right. Not to mention she's smiling with her mouth open versus her mouth
let's
closed.
look at this other picture here.
If I smile with my teeth, my lips go thinner as well. And aging also, you lose collagen. You
know what I'd like to see? Mm-hmm. I'd like to see a picture of both of their ears. Because the ears are like a fingerprint. Everybody's ears are different. So I would like to see a picture of each one of their ears.
And that's another point. Lighting also affects a lot of things.
Mm-hmm. And you got to remember, when they take photos, they don't just post raw photos. They doctor them in some way.
Another thing is the eyebrows. The eyebrows are different.
I explained that to you earlier.
I plucked my eyebrows differently every time I plucked them.
Hold on. What I told Lou was
they look different
because they're bushier. Okay, I said you can actually get hair implanted back in your eyebrows. Plus, with good enough makeup, if your makeup artist is good enough, they can make those eyebrows look real.
Yes, I can.
I just don't see. I don't see a girl that's beautiful in every single way wanting to change herself.
Okay, but it's not her. You got to understand, in the music industry, it's not her. The music industry will change you.
That don't even look like
suits them.
That don't look like the same person.
That's aged. She's aged. There's a big age difference between the first photo and the second photo. There's a big age difference. You can tell.
Yeah.
And look at the eyes there. Look at the eyes there, Lou. They are exactly the same.
The eyebrows are not the same. The eyebrows aren't.
Yeah, but eyebrows don't matter. You can change those whenever you want.
I can raise my arch of my eyebrow the way I pluck them and the way that I fill them.
The neck is different. You know what?
With age, that changes.
Ears. I want to see ears.
age changes your neck too. That girl looks exactly the same in that photo. You can tell.
Yeah, but I could, you know what I could do? I could go and get 2 girls that look exactly the same just off of the street.
Even the root color of her hair is the same. Look at that.
Mm-hmm.
No.
And even still, you can change your hair with hair dye, wigs, implants. It don't matter.
I'll tell you what, that looks like 2 different girls to me.
She had a nose job. Hold on,
and she had a nose eye lift.
Yeah,
and she had
a nose job. Look at her younger self. Her chin is very defined. It's very wide. This girl's got a lot thinner of a chin.
Okay, but when she was younger, she was a lot thinner than she is now.
And she's had a facelift. Look at the eyes. It's been lifted on top here. She's had a facelift.
She had a hooded eye when she was younger. Yeah. She no longer has that because she's had it lifted.
Yeah. Well, I still see the possibility of a switch or a clone or whatever. I see
the
a
lips
possibility.
Look exactly the same, except she looks.
Hold on, stop here, because I want to look at teeth. Teeth say a lot.
But teeth don't if you have work done.
She has the same teeth. You can tell it's the same teeth there, especially on the canines. You can tell it's the same. Even the front, the shape of the teeth in the front too are exactly the same.
Mm-hmm. Actually, you can tell. Hold on. You can tell if you look at the younger photo. Right in the middle of her nose at the base there where it attaches to the lip, there's a scar. That's from a nose job, and you can see it.
What's the chat saying? I can't see the chat right now. So what's some of the chats?
Well, how the hell are we supposed to know? It's a full screen for us too.
I've got the chat up. I can see. The chat says nope and nose job. I've edited many photos. You can Photoshop does wonders. Nope, sorry. Everybody is agreeing it's the same person.
See, and you can tell by the creases in her face where she smiles.
Yeah.
You can see the same bone structure.
I'll tell you what, there's still a possibility it's not the same person. There's still a possibility because I could take 2 people and make you think that it's the same person.
Okay.
And plenty of people in history have had doubles. So, or there's also another explanation. She could have possibly been a twin because she was a childhood star, and a lot of childhood stars, the reason that they worked in twins is because children are only allowed to work so many hours.
Well, they get tired fast.
Well, and there was a legal thing. The reason Michelle from Full House was a twin is because child actors only were allowed to work for so many hours. So what they needed to do is switch the babies out so that they didn't break that law. So child stars can have twins. I'm not saying that it's not the same person. I'm saying the possibility is there.
Beth B says one is a lizard person.
They're all lizard people. They're all lizard people. Every one of them.
Voigtman is agreeing with Lou. I don't agree.
Her
I
chin,
think that's the same
chin looks different. Her chin looks different. I'll tell you what, I could go to the local mall and find you at least 3 girls that look like Avril Lavigne.
Okay, but then you can argue that I was killed off and I have a twin.
And I think that's actually true. I think that happened. And
listen, the thing is if you look at my photos.
No. Brian is a Wahlberg, which is connected to the Illuminati. Okay, so then it's definitely a possibility.
All right. Now we're into Illuminati, and we're talking like Kanye West Illuminati. And here's a good one for you. I'm gonna play this little excerpt, and I'll see what you guys think. Hold on a second. Let me play this for you.
Bowie predicted the rise of Kanye West. This theory kicks off with David Bowie's 1972 album, The Rise and Fall of Ziggy Stardust and the Spiders from Mars. If you look at the album cover, you'll notice Bowie standing under a sign that says K West. The opening track is 5 Years, which predicts the end of the world unless a Starman comes to Earth and saves us all. 5 years after the album dropped, Kanye West was born. It doesn't stop there. Bowie's final album, Black Star, allegedly confirms West as his chosen successor on the title track by singing, "Something happened on the day he died. Spirit rose a meter and stepped aside. Somebody else took his place and bravely cried, I'm a black star, I'm a black star."
So, did David Bowie accurately predict Kanye West being as eccentric as he is, claiming to be the resurrection of Christ himself and acting the way he does on like all these award shows and things like that. I mean,
some of the stuff that Kanye has said, some of the things that have come out of his mouth have been totally out there. I am the resurrection of Jesus. I've heard. Doesn't even have a song called Black Jesus. Is that
he was on the cover of Rolling Stone magazine with sweat going down his face and a crown of thorns on his head, portraying himself as Jesus Christ on a cross on the cover of Rolling Stone magazine. This is fact.
I think Kanye West is living in Twilight Zone.
Well, I'd be living in the Twilight Zone too if I was married to Kim Kardashian.
Right. I think Kanye is eccentric, and I think that he has lost his mind a little bit and wants to be something that he's not. That's my opinion on that.
No, JoJo brought up an interesting point earlier, being that the first album, Ziggy Stardust album, dropped, and it claims that, you know, the first song is entitled 5 Years. 5 years after that song was dropped, Kanye West was born.
Okay.
Now, Kanye West, growing up, idolized. He even tweeted upon David Bowie's death. He tweeted that David Bowie was a huge influence for him and his music. Now, what was it that you were talking about earlier, JoJo?
Well, the fact that he was such a big influence, it's very possible that he heard all this and he's using that as a basis for calling himself a black star and the Black Jesus. I don't think he actually is. I think he's just playing off of David Bowie's.
Right.
Okay. Well, he has done a lot of things when it comes to.
Well, now is the song. Kanye West's name really Kanye West, or did he take that from that Ziggy Stardust album cover?
That's a question to ask. Is that his birth name?
It's not his birth name. Listen, no entertainer uses their legit birth name. Do you know why? Because then everybody can find them.
Some entertainers have used their birth name.
Yeah, some have.
But some don't. But Kanye has done Jesus Walks. That's a song that he's done. Jesus is King is a project that got canceled. He embeds black gospel music into his songs. That Jesus is King.
Okay.
There's a lot of things that he's done that relate to Jesus and himself, and he has done a full out blowout on stage about the Illuminati.
Okay, so I can answer your question. His real birth name is Kanye Omari West. He's
So
born
that's-
June 8th, 1977. Which
That's
makes
his
him
name?
42 years old, and in Atlanta, Georgia.
All right, so how could he possibly play off of what happened if he was born?
Well, he would have had a
with that
love
name?
for it based off of somewhere, and he's really close with his mother.
No. But the whole thing of him being born exactly 5 years after it was said he was going to be born, and having that name, he couldn't possibly do that. He couldn't name himself before.
That
Oh,
would
but
have
his
been
mom.
his mom could have been a big David Bowie fan.
Mm-hmm.
That's
I mean,
true.
You know, and knowing that album cover, maybe when it came time to name her kid, she just started thumbing through albums, pulled that one out, and seen the K West. I'll call him Kanye.
That makes sense. Definitely.
I mean,
I was
obviously,
gonna name
West was like the surname.
I wanted to name my daughter Kylie.
My brother named his kid Lucas after George Lucas.
Right, but I didn't. I changed my mind. But at one stage, before I was pregnant, I wanted to name my child Kylie after Kylie Minogue.
Interesting.
I wanted to name my kid Marilyn Manson, but nobody would let me.
Sorry, disconnect. Why is it that every time I speak, I get cut off somehow? Like every time.
What do you mean?
Because my VPN cuts me off.
Oh. We're like, wait, what did we do?
I thought maybe Lou talked over or something. I was like, oh shit, here comes the JoJo.
No.
Hey, what's Outlook supposed to be for?
I mean, it happens every time I'm on a panel and I talk, and then my VPN is just like, bye, Felicia. So,
we got 57 people in the house. Thank you guys for sharing this out and getting the word out. This is definitely going to be an awesome show. And I think this is an awesome topic. This is cool. Does anybody in the chat believe that Kanye West is the second coming of Christ?
Put a 1 in the chat if you think Kanye is the second coming.
Rock Truck Rob says maybe David Bowie is Kanye's father. Ooh, maybe Kanye's mom was backstage giving a little.
Hey.
Who knows?
Chinese spies. Listen, I'm a spy.
Possible.
Well, there's no question that some of these entertainers have done really, really strange things, whether it be to boost the attention that they get or to boost sales of record albums. Now, this next one I got for you, this is actual fact, actually. Do you know Gene Simmons and Kiss back in the 1970s had a comic book that they came out with for the Kiss Army, right? Now, the guys from Kiss got together and they took vials of blood and mixed them with the red ink to be printed in this comic book, to actually put their DNA on paper in this comic book. And then the inks got mixed up. The ink with the Kiss's blood was actually used to print an edition of Sports Illustrated.
That's crazy.
They actually printed, in fact, I got a picture. Hold on.
Wow.
Let me get the pictures up here real quick.
I wonder how many STDs Sports Illustrated got from that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so now this was the comic book that was supposed to be printed with the red ink that was tainted with Kiss's blood, okay? This is the episode of the comic book. It was a Marvel comic, super special, Kiss edition, 40 pages, full-color comics, plus never-before published photos and features printed in real Kiss blood. They advertised it right on the cover.
Why is Gene teabagging the other guy there? That's not nice.
They actually advertised it on the thing itself, printed in real Kiss blood.
Printed blood.
Actual comic book cover. And
why?
Because that was the whole thing.
It was a publicity stunt. Okay. Now, the inks got mixed up. The ink with their blood in it was used to print this one, which was a Sports Illustrated.
That's crazy.
With Larry Bird in college. We're talking Boston Celtics Larry Bird, but this is back before the Boston Celtics. Exclusive Larry Bird, college basketball secret weapon.
Can I ask you a question? Why are they doing the
because it says college basketball secret weapon. It's a secret.
All right, they're doing that, but why is her head directly?
Well, I mean, they got to sell magazines somehow,
Man, Larry Bird.
Sex sells. Larry Bird back in the day was,
Larry Bird's the man. No matter what, nobody can take that away from Larry Bird. Larry Bird was one hell of a basketball player.
Can you see the date on that book for me? I'd really like to know what the date is on that.
That looks like November 26, 1977.
77.
Yep, 1977. But that is just some of the strange, that's actually a fact. They actually did that. They actually got together, drew vials of their own blood, put it in the ink to print this comic book, and then was printed for Sports Illustrated instead of their comic book. So if you're looking for this Kiss comic to have Kiss's DNA in it, it's not. You got to find the Sports Illustrated one.
Well, isn't it in both? No.
No.
Oh,
No,
I thought it was in both.
The inks were mixed up, and the ink that was supposed to be used on the comic book was used in the Sports Illustrated.
Oh, shit!
How crazy is that?
Oh. Well, Rock Truck Rob says that she was hiding the weapon.
In a run of Sports Illustrated magazine.
I don't know. I think that's a bit weird. Not gonna lie. Like, I think it's just pretty weird.
I mean, I could see Kanye doing something like that.
It's weird to me that people do shit like that. Like, what makes you so special that anybody would want your blood? Like, are people actually after that? Is that a thing? Like, I don't know. Call me it's dumb. I don't know. But are people that obsessed with famous stars that they want their blood?
Yeah, the Kiss Army is like die-hard fans.
Oh, yeah.
Anything they will take a vial of your spit for crying out loud.
Well, another thing is Kiss was sort of the Marilyn Manson of its day. They were shock rock. They were said to be, the devil's music, and so it played into their characters.
Yeah.
For them to do that. It's definitely a great marketing ploy.
All right, we're selling vials of my blood mixed with Megan's and Ghosts and Lou's, and we're going to make a Nations 13 thing and a Rockstar Fams thing. You guys can buy it. We'll tell you where.
Listen, why would they want my blood when they could just buy my soul straight out?
Because your soul's too expensive, and a drop of your blood is cheaper.
What makes
they,
you? Well, I'm selling my blood for expensive.
See, my blood, I drink so much pop and tea and sugary substances that the acidity of my blood alone. You ever seen Aliens when they
get off, blood, you'll get diabetes.
Yeah, it literally like eats through metal, and yeah.
I think I'm with you on that, Ghost, with the amount of Coke that I drink.
Right. That's what I'm saying. You could clean battery terminals with my blood.
Okay, so then they would want your blood. Do you know how many people are trying to get that kind of cleaning solution?
It'll take rust off on bumpers. Easy peasy. Beth Plant says, I like that because they sing about me. Ghost blood is straight up Coca-Cola. Yes.
That is not what she said. She said it's straight up Coke. So what have you been doing, Ghost?
Yeah, Ghost.
Lady Swan. You keep asking me that. I keep telling you the same answer.
All right, what's next?
Well, it's funny that the conversation has turned to blood because our next person that we're going to talk about is said to be a time-traveling vampire.
It's Omar Gosh.
Ooh, this one. I'm interested in this. I love vampires.
Time-traveling vampire, and there's actually like photographs to kind of prove.
Hold on. Let me show mine. This is another vampire. This is Omar Gosh, right here. This is 100% truth. I mean, we have celebrities that are time-traveling vampires, and go ahead. Let's prove to the world that there's tons of time-traveling vampires.
Okay. Well, you know what? I'm gonna play the story first. Hold on.
All right.
Myself.
Jay-Z is a time-traveling vampire. While there are numerous theories surrounding Beyonce and Jay-Z, one of the craziest is the idea of the rapper being a time-traveling vampire. The concept surfaced after a 1933 photo taken in Harlem found its way to the internet with one man looking an awful lot like Jay-Z. The rapper wasn't born until December 1969, so clearly the only excuse is that he's a time-traveling vampire.
There you go. Time-traveling vampire. Hold on. Let me pull up this 1930s photo. Okay, you wait till you see this. You see this photo, and you're gonna. It definitely looks like Jay-Z for real.
There you go. I got a couple more celebs for you to
Now,
examine.
we were talking about this earlier. If you look at this picture, it looks like a Jay-Z of, I would say that looks like Jay-Z either now or within the next 5 to 10 years. It doesn't look like a young Jay-Z. Now, what if Jay-Z ends up traveling in time And this hasn't happened yet, but we have seen the picture already because it's gonna happen.
Okay, that is a definite lookalike. 100. I'm gonna say that is definitely a lookalike.
Oh, for sure. But I think that he's such a rich person that if time travel becomes available, it would be very feasible that that's how that picture gets taken.
There's a whole list of them for you, Ghost.
I got a whole bunch of them from JoJo she just found. And so, wait, there's more. Not just Jay-Z, guys. Let me screen share this from my phone.
I like vampires, so I'm all for this one. I like vampire situations.
Oh, hell.
Now, what makes him a vampire? This is what I want to know. Can you not just be a time traveler? I mean, if you time travel,
they have to throw the vampire in there just to be cool.
Look at this.
Bruce Willis.
And isn't that like Patton or somebody? Who is that?
I'm not sure who that's supposed to be. But.
That is a famous general. It's not just any general. I think that's a famous guy. I don't know who he is, but I know he's definitely famous.
I don't know about that one so much.
Yeah, I'm seeing subtle differences.
You know what?
Yeah.
It might not look like him. Like I'm saying, time travel isn't available right now. But if you think about him in 10 years, it could be him in 10 years. Johnny Depp. Close. And the guy from Friends is spot.
Look at Eddie Murphy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that Eddie Murphy one is pretty spot on, too.
And I'm sorry, but the one with the girl, what's her name?
I can't remember.
That's not Angelina, is it?
No.
No. That's oh fuck.
But you gotta remember though, if she's a time traveler, okay, now that you're in 2019, and that's a recent picture of her versus back then, that's from the past. So it's possible that she's just aged a little bit.
Yeah, I'll tell you what though, those two are very close.
Yeah, but isn't the girl in the black and white, isn't that like Elizabeth Taylor at a young age?
No, she's very famous. I forget her name. I don't think it's Elizabeth Taylor. I think somebody in the chat should know who that is. She's super famous.
Yeah.
I forget her name.
She's the one that was good friends with Michael Jackson through the years, and she's been married like 30 times.
That would be Elizabeth Taylor. That would be Elizabeth Taylor, but I don't think that's Elizabeth Taylor.
No, I don't think that's her either.
Hepburn. Is that Katharine Hepburn?
I don't know.
I'm going to Google it. Please hold.
Please hold. And Eddie Murphy is spot on. But look at the guy from Friends, man. He just looked like he stepped out of the show Friends.
What's his name? David Schwimmer?
No, that's not Katharine Hepburn. This is Katharine Hepburn.
Let me see.
Yeah, Katharine Hepburn was the chick on the poster in Shawshank Redemption when he throws the thing. Yeah.
Audrey Hepburn.
Audrey Hepburn, it might be.
That's Audrey Hepburn.
No, that's not Audrey Hepburn either.
I believe it is Audrey Hepburn.
You might be right on that one.
This is a picture.
Are you looking for the older one or the younger one?
This is a picture of Audrey Hepburn, and I believe that's who that is. Hold on a second. Let me see if I can get it to focus.
I've got it as well, Lou.
Well, you got her with short hair there.
Okay, so the colored photo of the girl is Jennifer Lawrence.
Yeah.
Yes, Jennifer Lawrence, and the other one I believe is Audrey Hepburn.
Okay, here's another picture of Audrey Hepburn with long hair.
Okay, so the girl, Egyptian actress Zubaida Thorwat and Jennifer Lawrence.
Ah, okay.
So she's an Egyptian actress.
She's beautiful, I'm going to say that.
Mm-hmm. There's some more there. We can even tie in some Harry Potter stuff.
That looks nothing like Charlie Sheen.
That doesn't look anything like him, sorry.
What about, you should do the Bill Hicks one.
I don't have the Bill Hicks photos.
You got to show the one for John Travolta.
I didn't get the one for John Travolta.
Yes, you did. I sent it to you. Go down.
Oh, okay. There's more down here. All right.
Yeah, there's lots more.
Okay, so.
Oh, wow. Look at that.
Wow, those are both. Literally? Okay, so.
Wow.
So Radcliffe looks like the guy on the right, and the other guy actually looks like the guy on the left. Like,
even the teeth are the same.
Yeah,
who is that supposed to be?
Wow.
Who is that supposed to be?
That's crazy.
I'm curious to who the people are on the left.
I couldn't find information on that.
That's crazy that they're both in two different photos from two different time periods, and it's the same people.
Right.
Now that's got to be that's
the best
I could
proof
see
right
if it
there.
was just if it was just Radcliffe on the right and some random person on the left, but both guys are in both photos.
Mm-hmm.
That is weird.
That is
very
coincidental.
weird. Where'd you get that one?
Google.
That
the guy
one,
on the left. The guy on the left plays in Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Mm-hmm.
and that's freaking Harry Potter, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is so freaking. That is very close. That is very close. All right, I sent you something there.
We're talking time travel.
He's got a whole shit ton to go through.
Hold on.
I'm telling you.
Okay. Oh, this is a good one. Brad Pitt.
Nah, not close at all.
Let me see the Brad Pitt one.
But there's two different guys.
There's two different ones because the other one looks just like him.
Uh-huh. There's two different Brad Pitt ones.
Yeah, because the other one looks just
look
like
at the
him.
other one. Is this it?
Yeah.
That one a little bit more than the other one, yeah.
Isaac Stevens.
I know I've seen one that looks just like Brad Pitt.
You got to remember, it's going to look a little different compared to how pictures look now versus back then. You're not going to get as much detail. So things are going to be blurred, and it is going to be harder to tell.
Time travel. People time travel.
But when I'm looking for this stuff, I'm looking for the smoking gun. You gotta show me the smoking gun. That one is freaking spot on.
Mm-hmm.
Orlando Bloom. That is freaking spot on right there.
There's your smoking gun.
That would be one that that one is a little more serious. Even the hair, look at the hair.
Mm-hmm.
Everything about it. The mustache, all he needs is that little patch of hair on the chin. That's very close. I'm telling you, man, these are the lizard people. This is the Illuminati.
These are time travelers, man. These are the people that's running the behind the scenes.
Here's the thing: is if they're time travelers, that one's very close too. I've seen this one before.
Oh wow!
I've seen this one before.
That one is definitely, even the eye shape and the space between the eyebrows and the eye, like that's definitely.
Thing is, these people are in such high places of power. They're the super rich. They're the super elite. So for them, if they were vampires and they didn't, that's where the vampire comes in. It's either they're a vampire and they don't age, and they look the same as they always have, or they're a time traveler. That's where the vampire comes in. That's another one. They look just like each other.
Justin Timberlake.
Mm-hmm.
That's another one. That's spot on.
Sorry, go ahead.
Well, if you think back then, they didn't have such good barbers, so his hair would be kind of disheveled.
Well, that, and you got to think they are going, so they don't get caught, they are going to change with our trends.
Yep. Yeah. You're right.
But see, I don't think vampire has a need for it, because I think the whole conspiracy should be based around the fact that back then they may have had the technology to do this and just hit it very well because they were elite. Look at how they're dressed. These are all people that have money back then.
There's also conspiracy.
I'm sorry, but this one is the smoking gun for me. What are the chances of finding the same two people in both. I mean, obviously, this photo right here. I mean, you look at the clothing. Look at the big collars. That's from the 1970s, early 80s. Okay, these guys were not born yet in the early 80s. I'm sorry.
The thing is, there's also a conspiracy. Let's say, and it relates to the vampire thing, but on a different level. There's a conspiracy that the elites, what they do is they sacrifice children, and they ingest stuff from the adrenal gland of the child, and they believe that this substance that they ingest prolongs their life and can rejuvenate them, kind of like the fountain of youth. So there's several different angles you can go on why these people have been around for hundreds of years. This is one that I am a big believer in. Bill Hicks.
I don't think this is time travel. I think this is a case
This is
of
the
a person
same guy
leading a double life.
Yes.
I think he is both Bill Hicks and Alex Jones. He's leading a double life. And that's what I think this is.
Bill Hicks was a comedian, and if you've watched Bill Hicks in his show, he has a normal voice when he's just talking, but there's certain parts in his comedic show where he started to yell and he started to rant in some of these shows. And if you watch those older shows and you listen to that voice and you listen to the voice of Alex Jones when he's going off on his show, the voice really matches big time. Now, I know a lot of people say that this one is very stupid, but if you take the people, and I sent you a couple different pictures of that ghost. Yeah. If you take them and you compare them side by side, like look at the ones lower. I mean, this one is a big possibility, a very big possibility.
Susan Plant said that notice all the previous people, the famous people, are all from Scientology.
This is true. Now, hold on. The whole vampire thing, okay, you got to remember, people for years have been eating placenta because it's been proven. I know it's disgusting, but they have been eating it for years in small doses in their food, and it's been proven throughout time because it actually gives them a younger appearance.
I can't with that.
That's the same thing with the adrenal gland from the children. They think that the innocence from the children is what prolongs their life. That's just another conspiracy theory. I'm just throwing it out there. That's frickin' Michael Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
Come on now.
Okay, but we know that Michael Jackson had multiple surgeries. We know that.
Yeah.
But if he's time traveling, I mean, he's just going back. That's all.
Well, this is quite obviously an old turn-of-the-century painting of a pilgrim. That definitely.
Now, is that a picture of a woman or a man?
I want to say that the features on this one, I mean,
I think it's a woman.
But I think
it's a man. No, look at the dimple in the chin and look here on the side of the face. That's a man.
I don't know because of the clothing. The clothing sort of looks feminine. It looks female. I don't know.
I mean, unless it's a woman with a hairy face.
Not only that you could kind of see a ponytail in the back.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, but back then, men didn't cut their hair short all the time.
And
the pilgrims had long
hair. Does that picture have an earring? I don't think they wore earrings.
It does have an earring. Yeah, I don't think men wore earrings back then.
I think pirates did. I mean,
well, does that look like a pirate?
Like
well, no, sailors would wear earrings back in that time period.
That looks like
sailors didn't dress like that.
That's not a sailor.
That looks like a female to me.
Yeah, she's dressed like a Puritan.
And I don't think it's got hair.
She's got a necklace around. It's got a necklace around the neck here as well. So,
yeah. To be fair, I don't think that's hair on the face, though, Megan. I think it's dirt.
Or it could be a shadow too. Yeah.
Yeah. Also, it's not a picture; it's drawn.
It's painting.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. Pretty cool.
Interesting.
Now, what else you got for us?
it's a difficult one because we all know that Michael Jackson had multiple surgeries, and I'm a big Michael Jackson fan. Just FYI, so I followed his life.
Actually, Michael Jackson, this is fact. Michael Jackson would do tremendous makeup and go out into the public and try to pass himself off as another person. And there's actual video of Michael Jackson. For a video, he turned himself into a white man. And that white man really resembles a real person who happens to be a doctor. Also, they say that the interview of it was a burn victim that Michael Jackson had become friends with. He had done an interview on Larry King Live after Michael had died. And there's a lot of people that say that interview was actually an interview with Michael Jackson himself. And the reason they say that is because of the voice. If you the guy's name who was a burn victim, his name was Dave. And Michael Jackson befriended Dave when Dave was a child, and pretty much accepted him into his home and helped this kid out. Now, if you watch the video, the voice, and especially when he starts talking about his father and when he starts talking about areas in California, if you match that up with Michael Jackson's voice, it's very similar. And so some people think that Michael Jackson is not actually even dead.
I was going to ask that. What is your theory on that? Do you think he's dead or alive?
Let me say real quick, thank you to everybody out there for the lemons in the chat. I haven't been able to see the chat, so I don't know who all has been throwing lemons at me or whatnot, but I see I've made like 500 lemons so far during the show. So thank you guys all for putting those lemons out there. When I'm sharing the photos and things like that, I got an eye on it for you, bro. You got some from Canadian Witches, and Amy O just donated 2 lemons.
I just sent Ghost proof that Leonardo DiCaprio was a woman.
Ooh.
No.
I got to see
Don't
this.
say that. No, I want you to answer my question. What do you guys think? You don't have to elaborate, but I'm just curious. Do you guys think Michael Jackson is dead or alive?
I think he's alive. I think the fame got too much for him and he just gave up.
Another thing is Michael Jackson was severely in debt when he died.
Yeah.
But the thing was, he couldn't have been that severely. He owned the rights to all the Beatles.
He did. He
owned the Elephant Man skeleton. He had bought so many eccentric things.
There's a thing here. There's a thing here, though. He was extremely in debt, and this is it. The concert that he planned to do to bring himself back. That concert was going to be the concert for him to make all that money back. But see, after he passed away, there was so much money made that it took him from debt, especially the estate, to being. I mean, he said that he would never sell his collection to Sony. He called Tommy Mottola from Sony. He called him the devil, and he said, "I will never sell my catalog to them." It was like the night that he died, the catalog was sold from Michael Jackson's family to Sony for a large amount of money. There's a lot of stuff that really twists and turns what happened to Michael Jackson.
That's what makes me think that he's legitimately dead. I think that, some of the Sony powerheads had him done in.
There's a guy named Dick Gregory, and Dick Gregory was personal friends with Michael Jackson. And Dick Gregory talked to Michael Jackson right before he died. And Dick Gregory rushed Michael Jackson to the hospital, and he was severely dehydrated. And Michael Jackson was telling Dick Gregory that somebody was trying to kill him.
Yeah.
So Dick Gregory was trying to help him. And if you watch, there's actually there's video of this. There's an interview with Dick Gregory on YouTube. And if you watch that interview, Dick Gregory explains how they killed Michael Jackson. He mentions Sony zapping him with a laser from outer, like it's a real crazy out there story that he gives. But this guy, Dick Gregory, is a very intelligent man. And if you watch some of the interviews that have been done with him, it starts to lend credence to a lot of stuff that he says. And from what I've seen of Dick Gregory, he doesn't seem like a man that would lie. He doesn't seem like a man that would bullshit people.
Well, I mean, you think about the power that these record companies and things like that wield. I mean, you look at some of the things that they have done. Look at Suge Knight. Everybody knows that Suge Knight had his hands into all sorts of people's pockets in the rap game. He even shook down Rob Van Winkle, Vanilla Ice, for $4 million, said, you're going to give this to us because you're a white boy and you shouldn't even be in the rap game or we're going to kill you. And he said, oh, okay, sounds fair. Here. Handed it right over.
Tanya Ray
admitted to that.
Tanya Ray Ghost is very thankful for the lemons. Thank you very much.
Tanya Ray.
I personally think that he is dead, but I think he was murdered.
He was whacked out.
Yeah, because my theory in this world, I mean, I'm not big on conspiracies as you guys are, but I do have a theory that in this world, we have the faces of each country. And above that, we have people with power. I believe that there is a group of people above that actually run this world.
Of course.
And I believe that they will take out anybody that they want to. And I think, because if you guys ever watch The Blacklist, you'll those ideas come from somewhere. I'm sorry, but they do. And I believe that there's a group of power that is above the presidents, it's above all of that actually sit in a room somewhere in this world and decide who lives and who dies.
Jose Gons, thank you for the follow. Megan, there's actually a meeting that goes on once a year, and it's those people that you're talking about.
The Bohemian Club.
No, it's not the Bohemian Club, but there is another meeting, and I forget the name of it, but the Rothschilds go, the leaders of all the banks, all of them go, and they go there, and this is public. This is a public thing. People know about this. And all of these, the richest people in the world, they go to this meeting, and what the meeting is about how they're going to sway the future and what's going to happen in the future. I can do some more research and find out the name of that meeting, but because I've seen videos of people approaching them before they go into that meeting, and you're 100% right, and they do it right in our face. They do it right in our face.
So here's that picture that JoJo sent us.
Hang on, I just want to say this, and the reason I say this is because any celebrity or higher up person with lots of money that has ever become problematic has died. Do you think that's coincidence? I don't think so.
Not at all.
I don't think so.
I think also, though, on top of that, a lot of these musicians that end up dying, some of them die at their lowest point where, their financial situation isn't the best, and that them dying is more beneficial to the record companies and them, their families and everybody, because as soon as they die, I mean, the sales go through the roof. And it turns into just a cash machine. So I would say there's a certain amount of them that actually fake their deaths.
I don't even think it's
that's Michael Jackson,
industry.
Whitney Houston. Look at that guy from Need for Speed. I love him. What's his name? The guy that got killed in that car.
Brian O'Connell.
Heath Ledger. Is it Heath Ledger?
No.
Not Heath Ledger. What's the other guy's name?
You're talking about the guy from the Fast and the Furious.
Yeah.
Yes. What's his name?
Ghost was almost right.
Walker.
Brian Walker.
Paul Walker. Thank you. Sorry. Him. All of those sort of people that had money, and they weren't all dying of debt. Do you know what I'm saying? But
Paul Walker.
All these things going on around them, which I think these higher up people believe that was maybe problematic to whatever they were planning, and that's why they got rid of him.
Well,
That's
this
Paul
has
why-
been
Walker.
going on for years. I mean, you look at the original Superman. He was murdered, made to look like suicide.
Yes.
You look at Marilyn
Yes.
Monroe. In fact, in 2 weeks,
Marilyn-
Uber Goober and I are going to be doing a case file on Marilyn Monroe's death.
Elvis Presley. Elvis Presley.
Paul
I don't think he
Walker.
killed himself.
Paul Walker was actually speaking out about the sexual the sexual abuses that were happening in Hollywood. And
There you go.
right before he died, he was supposedly going to be outing a lot of these higher ups in the movie business that were putting on these horrible, they're like sex trafficking kind of things. And Paul Walker,
And he just happened to die in a car accident.
yeah, and a lot of the information that was given to the public was completely wrong. They said that he was leaving a charity event. The charity event was actually the day before. There were so many different details that were given to the people that were completely wrong. Completely down to the car, down to so many different things. It was just completely wrong.
Now,
Lady Diana, I believe
gotta-
that she was murdered. I don't believe that she was again
Hold
killed in
on.
a car
I
accident.
have
Did you
to
show them
this
Judy?
picture. The what?
Did you show them Judy?
All right.
I had Judy up there, but this other one you just sent me, now there is a whole conspiracy in this photo all by itself.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Before you do that, I just want to say something. I looked it up. The meeting of the richest people on the planet is called the Bilderberg meeting.
Mhm.
Bilderberg meeting is an annual conference established in 1954 to foster dialogue between Europe and North America. The group's agenda, originally to prevent another world war, is now defined. Let me see here. Is now defined as bolstering and a consensus around free market, Western capitalism, and the interests around the globe. Participants include political leaders, experts, industry, finance, and academia. This is the meeting where the most richest people meet together and decide what's going to happen in this world.
And I'll bet both of these people in this photo have been to one of those meetings.
Oh, the Bilderberg meeting. I don't know about Trump because he's not rich enough.
Hold on, you got to look at it.
They look at the photo. This is a time travel photo. This is suggesting that Donald Trump is actually General George S. Patton, old blood and guts Patton. And from what we've seen in the last 2 weeks, he's kind of portraying that attitude. We had last week, there was nine people at an American embassy that was under attack. Trump sends in 16 helicopters, like 12 fighter jets, 6 platoons of Marines to go and get these people out. And he's like, there ain't going to be no Benghazi here. Today, the U.S. bases in over, I forget if it's Iraq or wherever, was fired upon with missiles. And now he's going full blown with it. He's sending people over there left and right. I already know of some of my son's friends who just joined into the military, who's already been put on an active list to go over.
Here's an article that was posted today. U.S. Air Force sends warning to Iran as 52 stealth fighters take off in a single wave.
Did you hear that?
You know what that is? That's Trump saying I ain't going to get caught with my pants down like Hillary did.
How many stealth bombers or stealth fighters? U.S. Air Force sends warning to
I'll tell him
Iran as 52 stealth fighters take off in a single launch.
Nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
He's not fucking around.
Gust, Mystic sent you 2 pictures in Hangouts.
Yes, although I have to say, with Trump, there is some some similarities with the facial features, but there is a whole conspiracy behind General Patton himself and the way he died. There is, he was
killed in a car accident.
He was killed in a car accident by a military person in a military truck.
Yeah.
And it was said that he was favored and poised in the right position to become a future president of the United States.
Yes,
and he was taken out.
Yep.
So there's a whole conspiracy around Patton all by himself.
And he was one.
This photo.
He was one tough son of a gun, is what he was.
He was the one. He goes into a military hospital. He's going through. He's seen all the wounded men, shaking their hands and thank you for your service. And he gets to the one person that doesn't have a scratch on him, and he says, "What are you here for, son?" He says, I just can't take it anymore. The guy had shell shock. He's post-traumatic stress syndrome. Well, back then they didn't know what that was. And what did Patton do? He slapped him and chastised him for being a commie bastard and said, "Send this son of a bitch back to the front. There's not a goddamn thing wrong with him." And now that almost ended his career right there.
Yeah, I don't think there was much that was going to end his career. He was good at what he did. Winning is what he did.
Sent all the Baldwins.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Boy, that's pretty spot on.
I wouldn't doubt if he was related to that man.
Right? That is pretty spot on right there.
Another one, in a second, if you get a chance, I'll look it up and I'll get it ready. Who the hell is that? Oh, yeah. Didn't one of these guys die?
Well, one is Iron Man, Tony Stark.
No. They're both two different actors.
Well, that's what I'm saying. This is Robert Downey Jr. right here.
No, that's not Robert.
That's not Robert.
That's not Robert Downey Jr. One is the guy who was in No Country for Old Men, and one is the guy, I don't know what the hell he was in. But they're two actors.
Oh, wait. No, that's Negan right there.
Yes.
Yeah, that's Negan from The Walking Dead.
Yes.
What's his name? Shit, I can't think of his name.
I don't think they look alike. Sorry.
I think they look alike.
I don't think they look enough alike. I think they look enough alike that they could be related, but I don't think that they're.
The eyes are wrong.
Yeah.
There's a lot more wrinkles on ones than the others, but see, that could be done.
A little different.
Yeah,
Jeffrey Dean Morgan.
Yeah.
And he was in Supernaturals.
Here's what throws it off.
Right.
If you look at the split picture, look at the size of the eyeballs.
Yeah.
One has a much smaller eyeball, and eyes don't lie. I mean, your eye isn't going to shrink by 50%.
Right.
They could be cousins.
Am I right? Is the guy on the left the one from No Country for Old Men?
Supernatural.
Not the one on the left.
No,
I think
the one on the right is inside Supernatural, not the left.
I think the one on the left is the guy from No Country for Old Men, the Spanish guy. I'm pretty sure that's who it is.
I don't know.
Voigtman says kissing cousins, maybe.
Is it weird that when I'm looking at Jeffrey Dean Morgan and I'm hearing in my head, "You better have my skin suit ready and have a measuring stick for my massive balls." It's like, didn't see that season, did you? Nah, I won't ruin it for you. Spoiler alert. Becky knows what I'm talking about. All right. So there is one more, and I'm going to play the excerpt. And this one goes back. This one goes back to 1966. The invasion of the Beatles is like raging at this point, right? So here, let me play the excerpt.
Paul McCartney has been dead for years. This theory dates back to 1969, suggesting the former Beatles member died in the mid-60s. The death was allegedly covered up by hiring a lookalike. The weirdest part? Supposedly, the Beatles began leaving clues for fans to figure out the whole scam. While McCartney has denied the claims, it hasn't kept the belief from continuing to circle to this day. Number 10.
Yeah. The Beatles. The one Beatle that is actually miraculously still alive actually died in 1966. And the Beatles were doing things on their album covers to let the public know that Paul McCartney was dead. Like, in fact, I'll pull up the album cover here so that you can see this. This is the cover of Abbey Road. Okay. Cover of the album cover of Abbey Road. Now, John Lennon is dressed as a preacher. Ringo Starr is dressed as a funeral home attendant. Paul, you notice he's wearing a suit. It's a little oversized, and he's barefoot. He is supposed to be the guy that's dead. And then this guy is supposed to be the gravedigger. This is the intention of this album. And as you can see, and Lou pointed this out earlier, they're walking from the cemetery.
Yeah, it looks like a cemetery behind them. And I have this album cover, and isn't there multiple versions of the same cover?
Yes. In one version, Paul is holding a cigarette, which you can see in his hand on this picture. But in other album covers with the same picture, the cigarette disappears. The cigarette is gone. However, on other album covers, Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band, one of the things that they put in there as a message saying that Paul was dead was a bass guitar surrounded by flowers, like a monument as a testimonial to Paul McCartney being dead. So it's not just this one album cover. It's in multiple album covers. Now, the rumor has it that, and here is supposedly a picture of Paul McCartney after he had died. Okay. Okay. Now, if you guys know country music,
I'll tell you what.
A young Joe Diffie.
That looks like freaking Paul McCartney to me. I'll tell you that.
Well, I mean, think about it. You were born in what year?
82.
So you grew up knowing just the Paul McCartney that's playing part in Paul McCartney all these years.
Yes, that would be true.
So to you, this is Paul McCartney. But
looks a lot like him.
If you would have been a big Paul McCartney fan before 1966, maybe you would notice more subtle discs.
Show me a picture before 66.
I don't have one right now, but I'm sure that somebody will send me one. And
here, I'll send it to you. I'll find one.
But here's the thing. If anybody knows Joe Diffie's father would be the guy playing Paul McCartney now, which would explain how how Joe Diffie got his start in the music business. He already had that in.
All right, I'm sending you a picture. I'm sending you some pictures of him. All right, here's two pictures, one from 1965 and one from 1968 is the first one I'm sending.
Okay, so wait a minute here. Let me JoJo sent some of the album covers here real quick. And let me share that. Got it from my phone. So, okay, so you've seen the cigarette in his hand in the first album cover that I showed. Now this,
wow, he looks so.
This is the other album cover, and as you can see, there is no cigarette in his hand.
And he's got shoes on.
And he's got sandals on now.
You guys looking at those pictures?
Beatles.
Okay.
There's some pictures that you're right. Now that I look at, this is the second verse. That don't even look like him.
There's
dude,
at least
does
five,
not even. Dude,
five different ones.
That does not look like him. That picture right there does not look like him. The first one looked like him. Look at that. Look at that
Wait until you
picture.
see the other one.
His face does not look the same.
Now
Same thing.
he's
Same
barefoot
thing.
again.
I'll tell you what. I think the first one was him, and I think those 2 second ones do not look like him. Maybe I'm whacked. Can we see the first one again?
Yeah. Hold on. I gotta switch from my phone to.
Beth says that looks Photoshop. You got to remember back then that was barely a thing.
Yeah,
there was no
Photoshop something back then. They would literally had to like cut the picture up, paste something together, and snap a new picture of it. That was long before computers.
There's a conspiracy about the license plate in that too.
There's a conspiracy about the license plate. Well, the only license plate I really see real good is this one.
Is this one, and what does it say? LMV or LWV 201F?
201F? I don't know.
But that's a guess because it's very blurry.
There's that.
Holy shit.
Really
what the hell is in the glass of that truck? What the hell is that? That's not a face.
That looks like you're looking through the truck and seeing out the back window or something.
The big white splotch in the
You
middle.
got to remember, their buses are different than ours. You get.
I'm just saying it looks.
I want to say that
freaky.
looks like the window in the back of the bus that you're seeing there.
In the back of the bus? That's a long ass double decker. You're not going to see the back. That's bright ass. I don't know.
Well, you can see the back of the bus through the, glass over here. So you see it over here.
It was definitely taken at a different time. The people are different in the picture. I think some of the cars are in different spots. I'd like to see the original one, the first one, again.
Okay, these were just sent to me. That's pretty spot on. Even the hairstyle, man, that's crazy.
Isn't that the guy from One Direction?
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
Zayn. I think his name is Zayn.
And she also sent here.
That's the Nicolas Cage one. Yeah,
Nick Cage, yeah.
I find this interesting. There's a shot of them just before they took the album cover.
Tom Selleck?
Yeah, that don't look like Tom Selleck.
Yeah. If this guy's hair was a little bit thicker, it might. If you reverse the photo, which, when they took this photo, it would have been reversed anyways. So any old photos like this, you're seeing backwards. So literally when he posed for the picture, he would have looked like this, and the eyebrow would have been on the other side, that up eyebrow. So it's pretty close with the nose, the mustache, the eyebrow. The only thing that's lacking is a little bit thicker hair. That was pretty close. Okay, Christina just sent her that. Let's see, Lou Rock sent some.
Here's some pictures of him before. That's 65. And then there's a picture of him from 68 right in front of it.
Yeah, when you look at it, there is some differences. Okay, so this guy's face here seems to be a little bit longer in the face. This one's a little bit shorter in the face.
Here's the thing. If you look through these pictures, all right, that's definitely a young him. I would check through these pictures, then go to the first picture that we seen with him walking across the road. I think the first picture of him walking across the road was him, and the other two pictures are a replacement.
I got some close-ups just before they did that walk across the road that I just...
Go down on that picture. There's more pictures of him there, too. That looks like two different people.
Yeah, that
Ghost,
does.
You've got some new followers, by the way. Star Weaver and Ferocious Chihuahua.
Thank you, guys.
You're at 499.
Ooh, I'm at 4. I'm about to hit 500 followers. Thank you, everybody. And for all those people out there dropping lemons, I can't see the chat right now. Thank you for all the lemons, diamonds, and all that stuff. I don't know what I got, but I know that you guys are dropping them. And I will load up a chest at the end of the program and give back to the community.
Blackwater Spite is your 500th follower, by the way. Blackwater Spite.
Guys, if you have any input on the pictures that are being shown, put it in the chat so we can see it.
I also sent you another conspiracy lookalike too. I'll tell you what, that guy looks different than the guy
up here.
Yeah, this is a guy who's believed to be Elvis. No, that's the Bill Hicks we already did. Now this guy, this is a pastor that is believed to be Elvis of nowadays. Now this pastor sings Elvis songs, and he sings them so freaking well that people honestly believe that he is Elvis, and that he's a pastor now.
I mean, okay, so Elvis dies. They spell Elvis Aaron Presley, and they spell Aaron with 2 A's. It's purposely spelt wrong on his grave. And they say Elvis was a twin, and they put the twin's remains, because the twin had died at birth, and they cremated it, what was left of him. And they put those remains in Elvis's grave. Now, Elvis was friends with the president at the time, who was Tricky Dick.
Nixon, yeah.
Nixon. And he spent time at the warehouse. Nixon actually made him an honorary DEA agent.
Yes.
And, it would have been nothing for Elvis to call up, hey, this is the king. Look, man, things are getting a little heavy. I need to take some time off. And you think you can hook me up there, big guy? Sure.
Go down on this. There's some more pictures of this guy, too.
And they put him in a witness protection program. I mean, he was friends with the president. He would go and stay in the Lincoln bedroom at the White House just for shits and giggles.
Go down. There's some more comparisons between these two. And if you ever see this guy sing, if you ever seen this, I believe his name is Pastor Bob. If you ever seen Pastor Bob sing, there's a video of him singing in a bar, and they compare it to an actual performance of Elvis, and the voice patterns are so close, it's amazing. Now this one I'm kind of on the fence about, but it's also a possibility. I think there's always a possibility for something. I never try to be closed-minded about something. But even the hairstyles, I mean, if you ever hear the guy talk, he really, I mean, look at that. He's got the eyebrow. You think about Elvis when he gets older, what he would look like. It's a possibility.
I believe that Elvis faked his own death, and he had the help of President Nixon and the DEA.
Hold on, I'm trying to find it. There's a scar above his left eye. Elvis has a scar above his left eyebrow. Okay. Mm-hmm. Pastor Bob has the exact same scar.
The same scar. Yep. The Pastor Bob one is got a lot of credence to it. It really does.
So you're telling me, go with your Radcliffe photo. Here's Ron Weasley.
Also, so we're saying that every single actor that was in Harry Potter is definitely a time traveler.
Yep, that's what we're saying.
Seems like it, except for the one wizard guy who didn't. And that's another thing. That looks like frickin' Michael Jackson.
The Sphinx. Is that the Sphinx? No, that's
it's not the Sphinx, but it's from ancient Egypt, and it's
Egypt. Yeah.
Well, I know it's Egypt. I'm just saying, which was it?
Like Cartouche.
Yeah, and they're actually saying that the Sphinx isn't even the Sphinx. That we've made the Sphinx what it is, but it was actually something else. when it was made.
Okay, that's. You said you had some more, didn't you?
Who?
Okay. Yeah, here we go.
Is this the? I want to see the first one. I want to see.
Hold on, though. Hold on. You gotta look at the ones that are close up to his face so you can actually make the decision after you see the first one.
Okay, so there's Paul.
Now there's other sides. Like
That
there's
looks
other
like-
pictures.
that looks
and
like
his
that-
face changes through.
That looks like that guy that you were showing me pictures of, kind of.
There's Paul again. Wonder how many times they had them walking back and forth across Abbey Road, taking those photos. Now, see, I'm sorry, but this photo, this looks like Joe Diffie.
I think that a couple of them do.
Yeah, I want to say this photo reminds me a lot of the country music singer.
Was this pre 65 or post 65?
This would have been post 65 because the album came out after 66.
All right, where's the first one? Because I've seen like 6 of those.
Okay, so here's like
That's not the first one.
this would be the first one because he's got the cigarette in his hand and he's barefoot.
No, the first one you showed me was at a completely different angle.
That was the actual album cover itself.
Yeah, I want to see the album cover.
All right, hold on here. I gotta stop screen share here and then screen share somewhere else.
Because there's something that I noticed in the pictures. All right, if you notice in this picture, look at his facial structure and look at his hair.
His jawline's different.
And if you look at the other picture, the hair is completely different and the facial structure is different.
Now, the hair can be explained. The hair can be explained by adding a filter. Depending on the time of day that they shot it and what kind of lighting they had, can make his hair look different in shade. The wind blowing
I'm
will
talking
make it
about
look
shape.
direction.
Yeah, I'm talking about shape, curliness. I think
Yeah,
if
but he didn't have curly hair to begin with, though.
I know if you put this up beside the other picture, the other person looks different.
You mean the one in the front or back?
No.
The other ones that we looked at, I think the hair and the face looks completely different from this picture.
The jawline is different. You can see it. It's a defined jaw in this one versus the other ones.
The hair around his ear, if you look at the other pictures, the hair around his ear is curled hair.
Yeah, but that can be explained by the wind blowing on it.
Now, this picture that I'm about to show you is literally seconds before this picture. He literally had the cigarette in his hand, and he was barefoot. And they were just starting across the road. So this would have been picture number 1, and the picture that's showing right now would be picture number 2. Back to what I call picture number 1, and it's a lot clearer photo. It's one that they didn't use for the album cover. Hold on a second here.
Ferocious Chihuahua says Michael and Michelle Obama is spot on.
The Michael, that Michelle's a man.
Yeah, so but he's saying that Michael, yeah.
This one would have been taken just 3 seconds before that last photo.
Yeah, and I think that looks like the same guy. But if you show those other pictures that you were showing, it looks like a different guy.
I know what he's saying.
But the significance of the photo is that, John is dressed like a preacher, and Ringo is like a mortician. This is supposed to be the dead body, and then was it John, Ringo, Paul, and George,
the other guy.
George, yes, George. I couldn't remember his name.
Yeah,
George is supposed to be the gravedigger wearing commoner's clothes.
All right, go to the picture of the other one that you just showed us. Not these ones, but the completely other. It was
other direction.
Yeah, the other direction.
Who entered the room? Did you guys invite somebody?
No. Megan might have come back though.
Oh, okay. I didn't know she was gone.
Yeah, her
Her
VPN
must
cut
have
out.
kicked her out.
Yeah.
Okay, she's back.
I'm sorry.
Welcome back.
Okay, so let me go back to one of the previous photos. Like
No,
this,
he wants the other direction.
Yeah,
When they're walking the opposite way.
yeah, because I think those pictures are all the same. It's
That one.
It's these ones. Zoom in on that one.
okay. Ah, shit. Hold on.
Almost broke it.
I'm trying to get that preview thing off the screen so I can. I'm getting all kind of notifications.
His face is chubbier.
His face is different. That is a different person.
I don't know. That might have something to do. I mean, that's a different filter on this one. This one's got more of a red filter to it.
Yeah, but a
That's a
filter's not going to.
sepia.
Hold on. The filter's not going to take away a jawline like that.
No, but
Another
it's gonna-
thing is they didn't use many filters back then.
Oh, yeah, they did.
They did.
A lot of what came out in the pictures was the quality of the camera.
Yeah, but back then they used filters when they wanted to do album covers and that.
Right. Yeah. My grandfather was a photographer back probably around that same time, and he had lens filters that just screwed on there with blues and purple.
Yeah, I
red,
have that.
green,
I have them myself, but
kinds of stuff. But
that guy looks different.
But
That
I'm
guy,
saying
his chin is different. He looks older. He has a double chin.
His
He's
ear's
got
different.
He's got more saggy of an eye.
well, even
beneath his
Ringo
eyes.
looks more full faced.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but his ear looks longer. Like his ear is
The
different.
hair looks different. I mean,
Mhm.
the shape of his face looks different.
Well,
Wait a
if
minute.
this photo shoot was taken after Paul died, why would they have multiple lookalikes out on the street? You know what I mean? For a photo.
I'm not saying it's multiple lookalikes. I'm saying there are two different shoots.
Yeah, this is true. Or they just didn't think that the lookalike would be caught if they did it a different way. You know what I mean?
They would have had to stage the whole street, every vehicle and every person standing in the background to do multiple shoots.
Well, if you look at the shoots, the street is different. The only thing that's the same is the punch buggy.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Because the people are in different positions, the cars are in
Buggy.
different positions.
this car was here and this car was here for sure.
You just call it a punch buggy.
Yeah.
Slug bug.
I haven't heard that in years. Wow.
Any which way, possibility for sure. And there's a lot of people that believe in this one. There's a lot of people. And then, it goes into how many of these celebrities have been changed, have been switched. There's this new one about Morgan Freeman and Jimi Hendrix.
Mhm.
You look at the pictures, they look very similar.
Ringo Starr picking his nose. There's your conspiracy right there.
That was a symbol. He was pointing to his nose because he was letting everybody know, if you tell on us, we're gonna take you out.
We're going to know.
We're gonna know. Yeah.
Now, granted, this picture is grainy. Do you know who that looks like in this picture? Now, I know it's supposed to be Paul McCartney, but you ever see young pictures of James Best? James Best is the guy that played Roscoe P. Coltrane in The Dukes of Hazzard. And he used to do a lot of old spaghetti westerns. That's who it looks like. James Best from one of them old spaghetti westerns.
I like spaghetti.
Yeah. So we're at the 2-hour mark, guys. This has been one hell of a show. I mean, we've been going on for hours about time travelers and everything else, and I have neglected the chat. I am sorry, guys.
Yeah, ghost.
However,
Where'd Megan
I
go?
can't
The Beatles began leaving
Oop.
clues for fans to figure out the whole scam.
close that. Okay.
Did you see the link? I sent you a link, okay, talking about the whole Michael Jackson thing that they were talking about.
Mm-hmm.
And it supposedly has clues in there, and I did watch some of it. I couldn't watch all of it because I'm up here, but I watched some of it, and it has legitimate proof that he has been out in the public, and he's slowly bringing himself out back into the public after 10
Yeah.
years.
I just I don't know. I think with all the plastic surgeries and everything that he put himself through, I think he's trying to turn into LaToya.
I'll tell you
seen
what.
Pictures of LaToya Jackson lately?
There's a lot of credence to what JoJo's saying, though. He has been spotted in these. He was doing it before he was, before this whole death thing. He was going out into public, posing as other people. So if he's still alive, it makes more than sense that he would be doing it now, and people would not even notice because they think he's dead. So it makes a lot of sense.
Megan's back in the back room.
Oh, okay. I got her. There she is.
Knock, knock.
But it makes sense.
Let Megan in, right?
Yeah, with the faking of the deaths, I mean, you got even Tupac, okay? Tupac faked his death so that he could get away from the limelight for a while and go down to Cuba and see his godmother, who was actually on the FBI's 50 most wanted list. That's why he went to Cuba.
If you look at all right, going to Cuba would be his escape plan. If you look at the motivation behind it, faking your own death, what it does is it turns you into a uber star. People don't become like Van Gogh or one of these artists. Their art isn't worth billions or millions of dollars until they're dead. So once they die, look at what happened with Biggie Smalls. When he died, Sean Combs became one of the richest men around because he owned his music. And so faking a death would increase your record sales to the point you would never have to make another record again.
Well, it's funny you should bring up that Biggie Smalls, because Biggie Smalls supposedly faked his death and went down to Cuba as well. Turned up at somebody's actual birthday party down there. The guy turns around and here's Biggie Smalls standing at his birthday party. He's like, "Yo, man, what's going on, Biggie?" You know, he thought he had seen a ghost, and comes out, tells the story, and there's been instances where Biggie Smalls and Tupac have been seen together in Cuba after their deaths.
There's a guy who's part of a rap group, and he's been part of a rap group since Tupac was around. He's Tupac's friend. He's been mistaken as Tupac. The guy's he had dreads. He cut his dreads. When he cut his dreads, he's been spotted, and they've said that he was Tupac. That's a complete falsity because I actually listened to that rapper way back then. Biggie Smalls, I've met people that look like Biggie Smalls. I've met people. I met just people that if I were to say that's freaking Biggie Smalls, it looks just like him. There are doppelgangers for people in the world.
Well, that's true. That's true. And probably about 30% of those photos that we've seen, they're just doppelgangers. They're not actually time travelers. Probably more than 30%, probably more like 50, 60%.
There is one photo of Rihanna with Tupac Shakur. Now, that makes no sense because Rihanna wasn't even a thing when Tupac was famous. That's one picture that has always gotten me. How am I saying, did he not fake his death? Listen to the music. There's songs that he has that says, I came out of the freaking the boxing fight. I rolled up to the light. They shot me. And then my body was switched out and this. Like, he literally predicts what happens in a song. There's more songs that have to do with his death. Machiavelli, the whole album was pretty much saying, I'm Machiavelli. I'm going to fake my death. And so Tupac is a really high on the list for me.
Well, Little
somebody
Hot,
who faked his death.
Little Hot says, do y'all think Robin Williams committed suicide because of health problems or due to high-powered people in Hollywood? No, I think
mental health.
Yeah, it was mental health. He suffered from depression very, very badly. He had several bouts with depression through the years. Even though most of his shows have all been upbeat, funny, comedic roles, like behind the scenes, he was a soul in torment all the time.
Yeah, when he wasn't filming and doing like meetups, like they schedule and stuff, he kept to himself. He stayed home.
Didn't you have another one for us of a musician that became a member of another band?
Oh, we was talking about Kurt Cobain.
Yes.
There's another theory that Kurt Cobain faked his death and has been touring with Weezer.
That's
I mean this is a rumor one that I've just recently heard. I don't have any footage or anything like that to go on, but that's the rumor going around the street now, is that Kurt Cobain is not dead. He's actually in the band Weezer, and I don't know how true it is. If anybody has any photos that they can send in or anything like that, or that they can find to compare, a member of Weezer with Kurt Cobain. Personally, I think Kurt Cobain is dead, and I think his wife had something to do with it. But that's just me.
Listen, if I was married to that crazy bitch, I'd probably fake my death too.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yes, that's a crazy one there, because he was found in an apartment like room over top of his garage, and it was days after he had gone missing. How do you not think to search the property? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, if one of my kids were missing, I wouldn't wait 3 days to go out and check in the garage. If my wife was missing, I wouldn't wait 3 days to go check the garage. I'd exhaust all home possibilities, and then go look in every place else. Oh, wait a minute. Lou sent a photo. Let's see what this is. Oh, this is the Rihanna photo. Yeah, but when was that taken?
Okay, so this is a fake. That's a fake, because that was a picture of him and Holly Berry, and they screenshotted her.
Photoshopped it.
Which one was it?
Okay.
That was a Photoshop, because I found the original. It's with Holly Berry.
Okay.
Was it black and white?
No, it. Oh wait, this one. No, you're right. There is one in black and white, but it doesn't show Tupac's. Oh, here we go. This one shows Tupac's whole face. This one also looks like it could possibly be photoshopped. I'll send this one to you.
The one you sent me, I can almost tell it's photoshopped just by the shadowing on the photo itself.
Yeah, that's definitely a Photoshop.
And I'll show you the one that he sent me first. Okay, so you see that, it's almost like Tupac is coming out of the shadow, but she is fully in the light. There's no shadow to any part of her face, and his is all shadowed all around it. I'm going to say that that's definitely photoshopped. Okay. And then this one. Yeah.
That don't even look like Tupac.
Check those ones out.
Oh, it's timestamp 2017. Yeah, that does look like Tupac.
Yeah, that looks like another Photoshop though.
50 Cent?
The one with 50 Cent. That guy right there. That is the rapper that gets confused as Tupac all the time. He used to have dreads. He was a rapper in the 90s, and he was.
You said that guy was got mistaken for Biggie, not Tupac.
No, he gets mistaken for Tupac, and he was actually friends with Tupac. I'm gonna find.
See this guy here. He's almost too long in the face to be Tupac. You know.
Yeah, but he does look a lot like him. But when he cut his hair, he started getting mistaken for. I'm gonna find the guy for you right now.
I just have to tell you, Ghost, you've got a Mal in the chat.
Mel Mel.
Got 78 people in here.
Which Mel Mel? I know a couple of different Mel Mels.
New York.
New York Mel Mel. The legend Mel Mel. All right. Awesome.
Yes, that one.
Mel Mel the legend is in the house. Welcome, Mel Mel. Thanks for coming over, brother.
Number 501 for you.
Mel Mel is 501. Awesome. Mel Mel just followed. Mel Mel is a legend. I've known Mel Mel for a couple years now. And he's always been respectful of me. I love the guy. I lurk in his chats from time to time. Guys, check out Mel Mel. He's a good guy. I fully endorse Mel Mel's channel. Go check him out.
I love me some Mel Mel too. He's awesome.
Crazy thing is we could probably be looking up pictures all night, but there's one that we kind of talked about. It's going to be the last one. I know that JoJo, I think somewhere has the photos, but JoJo, can you find me the photos of Morgan Freeman and Jimi Hendrix? I think that's the one. I think that's the one we'll end the show with. Guys, this is so close. So close. The Morgan Freeman, Jimi Hendrix. Supposedly, Jimi Hendrix faked his death and reinvented himself as Morgan Freeman. Now, the timeline, it matches up pretty much perfectly. The ages match up pretty much perfectly. You know, at the time that Morgan Freeman would have been the same age as Jimi Hendrix back in the day, you know, it's pretty well spot on. I'm going to show this picture, and then we'll start wrapping things up. I'll give out some lemons in the chat and all that. So get that chat rolling real good. So build up some more lemons in the chat. I'll load it full here in a few minutes. Okay, so here is the photo. The conspiracy is that Jimi Hendrix faked his death to reinvent himself as an actor, a.k.a. Morgan Freeman.
And here's another one that just shows time lapse.
Look at that. That's pretty freaking close.
If you look at pictures when they're younger, he even looks more like them.
I can pull that up. Give me a second.
I know JoJo's got some more. Here we go. Died in 1970. First film for Morgan Freeman was in 1971. This is probably one of my most compelling cases here, is the whole Morgan Freeman one.
I just gotta pull up the other one.
Everybody's like, "Oh, snap!" Yeah, that's pretty spot on there.
Yeah, when the younger pictures, even look, he's even wearing the same kind of hat.
Similar. I mean, the time frame, the lineup of the time frame. You know, he died in 1970. Morgan Freeman's first film was in 1971.
I just sent you a picture of him on the set of his very first one.
Okay, him on the set of his very first movie. Okay, so the guy on the left, okay, this is him on the set of his very first movie.
No, that's Hendrix on the left.
Oh, that's Hendrix?
Yeah.
Man.
And Freeman's on the right.
I mean, they even have like the same sporadic hair growth.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy.
The one thing that's always made Morgan Freeman stand out is the freckles that he has.
Well, I mean, look at this. Okay, so this is from his first movie. You don't see those freckles. And you don't really see them on Jimmy either.
His freckles are age.
Yeah, the freckles are age spots. But, I mean, in this photo from 1971, his first major motion picture, you don't see all them freckles or age spots or whatever you want to call them. And you don't see him on Jimmy either.
Okay, so the picture that I just sent you is 2 pictures together, but they're both Hendrix.
Okay, 2 pictures together. They're both Hendrix.
There's a reason I'm sending it. Now, here's the funny part. You don't see any actual real baby pictures of Morgan Freeman.
Morgan Freeman, yep.
This is what you find.
Okay.
Hang on, I'm getting there. Takes a minute to download. This is the earliest that you will find of him.
Wow. And okay, so this one right here is Hendrix. Mm-hmm. This one is Morgan Freeman. At the same age, they could be twin brothers. If that ain't the same person.
America First King just followed.
Thank you, America First King. 503. Awesome.
Thing is Morgan Freeman has been in movies since Jimi Hendrix was a thing.
He died. Jimi Hendrix died in 1970. Morgan Freeman started movies in 1971. Coincidence? I don't know.
Maybe.
I think it's perfectly timed. That gives him enough time to change his appearance a little bit, have a little break, and get his way into acting.
Absolutely. I agree 100%. I think Morgan Freeman is Jimi Hendrix. I think they're the same person. I would love to see Morgan Freeman pick up a guitar. I'm just saying.
So, one way to be able to tell is to get a picture of Morgan Freeman's hands. Jimi Hendrix, if you're a fan of Jimi Hendrix and you've seen him play the guitar,
he's left-handed.
He's left-handed, and not only that, he has very long fingers. He was actually able to play chords that almost nobody can play because of the size of his hands. So the size of his hands would be a big way to tell if it's possibly him.
Yeah. I don't know, man. That's pretty freaking spot on. I mean, that kid and that kid, that's the same kid, man. I'm telling you. And at that time, they'd be the same age. If they were 2 different people, they'd be the exact same age when those 2 photos were taken. I don't think that's a coincidence. I don't think so. From what I'm seeing Morgan Freeman is Jimi Hendrix. That's what I'm seeing. But the premise of this show is to question everything. We're not here to tell you how to think. We want you to look up these facts, find the photos for yourself, establish, question it. We want you to question everything. We want you to come to a decision for yourself. That's the whole premise for this show. We put the ideas out there for you to research. So that's what the whole premise of this show is. We don't tell you how to think. We want you to think for yourselves. Question everything, guys.
Now, would it creep you out, Lou, that I have a picture of Morgan Freeman holding a guitar above his head?
Ooh.
I'd like to see it. That'd be cool.
He's not playing it. He's just showing it off.
No, I'd just like to see how his fingers.
His hand's huge.
Yeah.
There you go, Ghost.
Oh, wow. Okay. That's interesting. All right. So this will be the last photo because my phone's going to die. Anytime now.
Told you, I can find anything.
That's why you're our lead researcher for the program. Okay. So Morgan Freeman holding a guitar, and look at how long them damn fingers are.
You know what? That would be one thing right there that would tie me. Look at those fingers. If you look at the way that pointer finger is on a fret that's about 4 or 5 frets away without him even spreading his fingers apart, that's how Jimmy used to play. Jimmy was nasty. Which way is he holding that? He's holding that guitar. Hold on a second.
He's holding it the right way.
Holding it left-handed.
Uh-huh.
He's holding that guitar left-handed. If he were to play, yes, he is.
No, his right hand's on the fret.
Right-handed.
You're right.
No,
but that guitar is a left-handed guitar.
No, wait.
He is holding that guitar left-handed.
Okay, now here's how you tell whether he's right-handed or left-handed. Okay, he's got his right hand on the frets, left hand on the guitar. The guitar is set up for a left-handed person, and what wrist is his watch on? His left hand.
Yes,
his wristwatch is on his left hand.
Let's say this. If he were to just start playing the guitar in the position that it's in, he would be strumming with his left hand, and he would be playing the frets with his right hand. That is the way a left-handed guitar player plays guitar. That is a left-handed hold.
And what was Jimi Hendrix?
Left-handed.
Left-handed. He was famous for being left-handed because what he would do is he took his Fender guitar, which was
it backwards.
Yeah, it was a right-handed guitar, and he flipped it upside down and strung it backwards. And that's why he was unique. He played a guitar that was unique. And so the way he's holding that guitar is the way a left-handed guitar player would hold their guitar.
Well,
those fingers are what's freaking me out.
Who
Very long fingers.
Who in their right mind who is right-handed puts their watch on their left hand?
I do.
I mean,
wear
if
my
you're
watch on my
right-handed,
left-handed.
If you'd put your watch on your right hand because that's the one you're.
I put it on my right hand. Yeah, most men.
I'm opposite.
When I look at my watch, I'd look at my watch on my right hand.
Now
I'm left-handed and it goes on my left. So.
Yeah. See, now in the military, I learned this from my grandfather. When you're shooting in time, now he was right-handed, but he would put his watch on his left hand. And instead of having the time dial up, he'd have it on the bottom portion of his wrist. That way, when he has his gun out there, he sees the clock on his wrist, shooting right-handed. He sees the clock on his left wrist, and he can shoot in time on mark, bam. It's a sniper thing. So
I find that really odd because you guys do that, but where I come from, we do it opposite. If you're right-handed, everybody wears their watch on their left hand. And if you're left-handed, you wear your watch on the right, where I come from. A lot of people do that where I come from. So that's interesting.
So I think that's where we're going to close the show out for tonight, guys. I'm going to take this picture down, and I'm going to load up the chest here. So get that chat rolling. We're going to load up the chest with 200.
Yeah, Ghost, you got to lick the lemon, Ghost. You have to. Lick the lemon.
Tell me what's in it.
Well, I got to put things. There's 38 in there right now. I'm about to put like 300 in there. Nope, 38.5. I'm dropping 300 lemons in there right now. That chat rocking and rolling. We'll let it build up for a couple minutes. I want to thank our special guest for being up here with us, Megan's Blogs. Megan, you want to tell us a little bit about your channel and the video you just dropped? I loved it.
Yeah,
I want to go to that freaking arcade. That looks like so much fun.
I wanted to say I'm proud of you for that.
That video rocked.
That is, Megan. You have the world right there that nobody else can experience, and you could show the rest of us what it is like over there. We don't know what China's like. None of us. And just a mall was so amazing that I'm telling you, things that might seem normal to you are just really interesting for us.
Oh, you just got a Ninja Genie.
Oh, thank you. I didn't see who dropped it, though.
I've always wanted
a Ninja Genie. Thank you, Shifted.
I've always wanted to travel, and people pay thousands of dollars to travel vlog, and you got it right there. Just use it.
Yeah, I dropped the 4-minute video. I try to keep it as short as I possibly could because I know that people don't have time to watch long videos. So
I could have watched that. I could have watched that video just walking around in that mall and going through the different shops for a couple of hours, honestly. I'm not even kidding. I thought the arcade itself was just so amazing because some of the games and like little pinball type things and stuff in there. That was crazy.
I wanted to say thank you to the sharpshooter too for the other day, man. I really appreciate what you did, brother.
Yeah, sharpshooter is the mod god. He rocks.
Can I just say thank you to
Uh-oh, her VPN
as well.
again.
He was in my D Live days.
Hold on, you cut out. So do you want me to tell him what you said?
I think she's frozen.
All right, Sharp, she said thank you for coming into her D Live the other day. And
you tell him what I said.
Yes. And dropping all the ninjaginis that you did and showing her love.
That's awesome.
And the Ninja Jet.
Yes, the Ninja.
That was the first Ninja I got. That was from him, man.
My first and only Ninja that I got was from Sharpshooter on my very first stream.
Same here.
And we have, I don't know what we maxed out at tonight, but I want to say we was up over 80 people in the chat, 88 deep tonight. Awesome. For a first episode on D Live of Question Everything, I couldn't ask for a better crowd. That is probably the most people that I've ever had in a single show live stream yet.
Oh, you just got a Ninja.
Oh, Sharpshooter, you are rocking awesome, dude. That is why Lady Swan originally gave you the name Mod God, because you are the Mod God, brother. You take them out,
Love you, Mod God.
We love you, brother. We love you. Love having you in Nations 13 family, and we can't say enough good things about you, Sharpshooter. So,
by the way, Sharp, I messaged you on Facebook, dude. Get back to me.
Am I still frozen?
No, you're talking.
No, you're fine.
Because you're all frozen for me, so just saying.
To be fair, it's winter where we are, and it's very cold, so don't judge.
Thanks for having me, Ghost. I appreciate that.
Hey, not a problem. It was a pleasure having you up here, Megan. And
you're not allowed to get down yet.
Yeah, you're not allowed to leave yet. We get the whole after call thing to go through yet. But JoJo, always, you might as well just call yourself a second co-host, because you're always up here and you're always doing such great work with finding photos and information for us. So you might as well just consider yourself a part of this show on a full-time basis and just be a part of it.
Did I just get hired?
Yeah, you just got hired.
Hired with no pay. Woo! No, I'm joking.
We're going to pay you in lemons.
Listen, I am happy regardless.
I see other lemons getting dropped out there. The chat is going by so fast.
Yeah, because we're waiting for fucking lemons you promised us.
You know what?
I'm just going to keep giving you the hamster sucking a carrot. How do you like that? And occasionally, I'm going to throw in Deadpool.
I'm going to throw in, and I see my lemon balances up there, so I'm throwing in another.
You just got another follow. I missed the name, though.
500 lemons.
500?
I'm just going to throwing my liquor lemon sticker up because I lick lemons.
I'm throwing everybody's tags in there.
Okay, guys. I'm going to wait 1 minute. So refresh the stream now, because last night. Yeah, refresh it now. I'm going to wait 1 minute, and then I'm going to turn loose the lemon. So refresh the stream.
But what if it takes longer to refresh? Because my computer's crap. That's a fucking trick. Then I won't get lemons.
Refresh now. I'm going to be giving away.
Nope, don't trust it.
Took it on your phone, Jojo. Do it on your phone.
I can't. I'm busy in this chat keeping up. There is a system. Okay? There is a system, people. Don't fuck with my system.
I just dropped the 500 lemons in the box. That brings us to 874 lemons we're giving away in this stream.
I've never had.
Ooh, Mudda, guess what tomorrow is? Can you guess?
Just give me my freaking lemons already, god damn it.
Wednesday.
That's right.
Yeah, I know,
Blackout Wednesday on JoJo Walker's.
Listen.
Are you doing it on D Live, or are you going to do it on YouTube?
D Live.
D Live. Blackout Wednesday on D Live on JoJo Walker's channel tomorrow night. What time?
I'm thinking 9, but it's probably going to be closer to 10.
Okay, so we'll say 10 o'clock tomorrow night, Eastern Standard Time. here on D Live. JoJo Walker. Is it Unplugged or is it Nations 13?
Nations 13.
Okay. And then Lou will probably be doing some music streams throughout the day tomorrow too, right, Lou?
I've been doing morning streams where I play a little bit of music and stuff. Yeah, but I want to say thank you to everybody. Yesterday I did a live stream. I was just given the membership button on YouTube. That is something that I've been fighting my ass off for. Yeah, I got my membership button, and I did a live stream yesterday. And
congratulations!
Yes, thank you. 20 people joined as members right off the bat. Thank you guys. I really thought I was going to have to wait until 30,000 subscribers to get that, and it was just like a surprise. And the show out was awesome. So I just want to say thank you to all you guys. And also, just one more thing I wanted to let out there. I just released a limited time hoodie. There's no shirts or this is just a hoodie. This is a hoodie that I made for myself personally because I want it for myself. But it's a limited time run. It's only going to be up for 2 weeks. So if you're interested, go ahead and grab one up. If not, I'm sure the rest of my merch will always be there. But I just want to say thank you to everybody in the community lately for helping me out. And it's pretty public that I got a pretty crappy computer, and a lot of people have been stepping forward and helping me to try to get a new one. And I'm very grateful for that. And thank you from the bottom of my heart, guys. You guys are awesome.
Awesome. All right, guys, it's time. We're going to open up that box. Yes, I added some more lemons.
And give me some goddamn lemons so I could get my computer.
We are giving away right now 1,000 lemons out there in the chat. 1,000 lemons.
You just got a donation of lemons.
The box is now open. Go for it. Hit that. We're giving away 1,000 lemons.
Just got to follow. I didn't see the name, though.
Can I just say, I've just realized that James the Sharpshooter is actually the first person to drop ninja jets on all of us.
Yeah, on all of us. On
all four of us, yeah.
My very first stream, he went crazy with them, and he did the same for Brian as well. He has no idea how
That's the first stream he came to of mine.
Not just for doing that, but just everything he does for our streams, man.
Lady Swan with 185 lemons.
Damn it, Lou Rock gets nothing? What the hell? I'm out of here.
I got 36. I got 36.
Lit Hot with 107. Void Man with 77. Amanda Costas with 62. Erica Thorpe with 52. And I just gave away 1,000 lemons out there in the chat.
I'm not playing with you guys no more.
Sharpshooter just said one more time before I go.
Oh, thank you, Sharpshooter, for the Ninjagini.
Herman with a diamond. I got 17.8, so.
I got 18.
I'm not complaining.
I don't want to play anymore either.
Hey, you guys do better than that. Usually when I'm in your guys' chat and I hit that box, it tells me better luck next time. So
that's not true. You always get something from mine. Why does that always sound so wrong when I say that? You always get something from my dog.
Oh, thank you guys for the lemons. You guys rock. And I want to thank everybody that's been watching tonight. It's been a very, very successful show. We're back up to like 86 people in the chat right now. 512 followers right now. It's really jumped up since the beginning of the show. I hit my 500 during this show, so that's a milestone for me over here on D Live. So something to be celebrated. You guys rock. I love this community. I love coming over here on D Live. We haven't had the trolls and things like that. If you guys like the show, throw a 1 up there in the chat so we know that this is something that you guys want to see more of. That's the kind of the input that I'm looking for right now. If you want to see more shows like Question Everything, where we get up here and we tackle conspiracies, whether it be about music industry or food industry or politics or whatever. It's a different episode every time. You never know what we're going to get into. But if you guys want to see more content like this over here on DLive, throw that one up there in the chat. Let's
I put a 1 in it, but I had to because I'm on it. So it looks bad if I say no. No coincidence. Donated a lemon. Susan Cox with 2 lemons. You're getting lemmi still.
Thank
Lit
you.
hot people with 5 lemmi.
Thank you, Lit Hot.
Lemmi.
Yes, because for some reason they forget to put an S on the end. So now I'm making up my own words because I just want to.
Now,
Sharpshooter
if you guys want to see previous episodes of this, now there is more episodes of Question Everything that took place before coming over to DLive, and I do have a playlist of the previous episodes over on my YouTube channel. So you can go over there and take a look at the previous episodes of Question Everything that we've done. Everything from lizard people to, conspiracy theories on famous people's deaths and just all kinds of stuff. We've done like 14 episodes before coming over to DLive.
Sharpshooter donated another 3 lemmi.
Thank you, Sharpshooter.
And I'm going to keep calling it lemmi. Oh, hold on.
Judge, I'm very disappointed that you haven't licked my lemon.
Well, you only have 1, so it's a lemon. Sharpshooter with 20. Holy shit, Sharp. He's still going. 25, 26, 27. He's up to 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41. Jesus Christ. I think he's going for the full 100. I'm not sure.
It kind of looks that way. You guys are awesome. You guys all rock.
Hold on. Are we stopping? Nope. We're still going.
He's still going. He just passed up 69. That was my college football number.
And again, this is going to sound really bad. Doesn't it hurt your finger to keep clicking like that? Good God.
He's 10 away. 10 away. Look at there.
And Diggs donated a lemon as well.
There it is. 100 lemon. Thank you, Sharpshooter. You're awesome, man. Oh, man.
Diamond.
Yeah, you could have clicked the diamond and left a message.
So what do you think of tonight's episode there, Lou? Are you happy with it?
I think it was good subject matter. We had an interesting conversation from beginning to end. Plenty of new topics to talk about. It was one that had so much to it. Usually we'll have to do a few different topics because one topic, sometimes you can only say so much about certain stuff. So some shows have been, 5, 6, 7 different topics. This one we spent 2 hours on one topic and probably could go another 2 hours.
Oh, and the chat was helping out with the topic. So many people sent in photos that we didn't have. So we had help prolonging the show with the chat too. So that was I love the interaction there. I love interacting with the fans and everything. So
Sharp, there you go.
Next Tuesday, I think we're going to be doing it over on Lou Rock's channel on DLive here. And
and guys, another thing is if you guys have some things that you would like us to talk about, get in touch with me or Ghost, preferably Ghost, because
Lou never answers.
Because Lou never answers his shit.
Well, it's not. It's not that I don't answer. It gets hard to answer sometimes.
He answers while he's shitting. There's a difference.
If I'm on the toilet, I will definitely answer. But make sure that you message me directly while I'm on the toilet. But give me some slack here. There's so many messages coming into Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, this, that, the other thing, YouTube. It's hard to keep up with all the freaking messages, man.
You know what we might be? Well, you know what we do with hashtag Scariest Catch? We have the Twitter where everybody can send their photos to. We may actually institute something like that for this, where people can throw, conspiracies up there or things that they've heard of.
Why don't we do that right now? What would the hashtag be?
Hashtag
question everything.
Yeah.
Yes. If you guys have some topics or something interesting you would like us to talk about, send it on Twitter to #questioneverything. And
let me set that up right now.
And we'd be happy to get into those subjects. Yeah, I think tonight was an awesome show. What I would also like to do is start getting up some guests up on the show. Some people maybe from this field, from the conspiracy field. There's been a few. I've been shot down by one. There was one guy I was trying to get up, and he kind of blew me off. And I hope this show blows up and becomes really huge, and then I could tell that guy, screw you. Screw you. You suck. I mean, the guy, I don't mean to talk like an idiot, but his channel is not like the largest channel in the world. But
I know what you're talking about.
There's already a hashtag question everything on Twitter.
There is? So
Yes,
what do we call it?
Hashtag question it all?
No, it's got to be hashtag question everything. Dog ham.
Hashtag, why did you just
That's
put in,
way too long. Hashtag dog ham.
There
Yes.
you go.
Hashtag dog ham, guys, because I know there's not a hashtag dog ham yet.
Let's try that one. Let me search it real quick.
You know why, guys? You know why it's hashtag dog ham? And I think it was fate that just happened.
Everything comes back to
You know what? Everything comes back to dog ham.
That's
And
right.
actually, me and Ghost seen with our own eyes tonight how, like, all of these conspiracies really do tie in with dog ham. We should have recorded that. That was just like a crazy moment. It really happened. We were going through these old conspiracies, and then it just, like, it all led back to dog ham.
Okay, so
Joe Schmo said, why not question everything 365? But I think dog ham
it was sent. Okay, so there it is.
We don't want it to be too long. Dog ham. We'll just say dog ham.
Yeah, I tweeted out a picture that says hashtag dog ham, and then the picture is Tesla, an alien, and a military guy, and it says question everything. It's one of the thumbnails from a previous episode. So if you see that on there under my tweet, you'll see it. And I'm going to retweet this out too. So I just retweeted it out, and hashtag dog ham.
For sure.
Thomas says even dog ham is a sticker before I do.
All right, guys. Well, I think that's going to bring us to an end. I think I'm going to bring it to a close here. I want to thank everybody that participated in making the show a big success tonight. You guys were all awesome. All the lemons you guys were throwing at us, and all the pictures that you sent in, and the participation and sharing it out. I want to thank everybody. So
don't forget, guys, next week on my channel. So if you ain't following me, follow me.
Follow Lou Rock. And with that, we're going to close by saying
Dog ham.
Dog ham.